Wycliffe police really want to catch this guy because he is either delusional or on some kind of weird power trip, impersonating a police officer and taking advantage of women. The police impersonator was driving a dark sedan with flashing lights on top. About 10 o'clock Sunday night, he pulled a woman over on Euclid Avenue and East 305th Street. The guy was wearing a blue uniform and he had a badge. And he asked the driver, "Can you step out of the car, ma'am?" She did. And then he asked her, "Can you place your hands on the vehicle?" She did. And that's when he groped her. He let her go after a warning about a cracked fog light.
Oh my God, that's so crazy. I have such trust in law enforcement that I don't think I would ever assume that would even happen to me.
All alone on the side of a road. It's a frightening scenario, not knowing who you're dealing with. Tonight, Wycliffe women are concerned.
Yes, it does, because of course we're going to pull over for a police officer. So yes, it concerns me that someone impersonating a police officer could pull me over and violate me like that.
It's exactly why this woman takes her Rottweiler mix in the car with her. If you're pulled over by someone you suspect may not be a real officer, police say crack the window and ask to see identification with a photo and a name, not a badge. Anyone can get one of these.
I'll crack the window and ask to see the ID, because if he's a real officer, he's going to give me his ID.
The suspect is a white male, 5'8", about 150 pounds. He looks like a cop and talks like a cop, but he's frightening women and making things more difficult for real police officers. Let's face it, anybody could flash a badge. Mine looks real, and it only cost me $1, and I got a gun and a whistle with it at the dollar store. So far, only one report of a woman getting pulled over and groped, but there could be more victims who are afraid to call police. That's why Wycliffe police really want to catch this guy fast. Live in Wycliffe, Paul Joncich, 19 Action News. Instead of hurling indiscriminate insults and boos at LeBron, there is an organized effort to get fans together on a series of chants to rattle LeBron. It's a LeBron chant sheet, if you will. And tonight I rehearsed some Cavs fans. Fans who show up to jeer LeBron will be busy from the start. When they introduce LeBron, they encourage everybody to laugh all at once. Can you dig that?
Yeah, I can go for that. Yeah.
Think we can pull that off?
Yeah, definitely.
Here's the way this is designed. There'll be a different chant every quarter. In the first quarter, every time LeBron has the ball, the chant will be, "Akron hates you! Akron hates you!" In the second quarter, every time he has the ball, we'll hit him with,
"Witness nothing! Witness nothing!"
Ooh, harsh. In the third quarter, it's
Sidekick! Sidekick! Sidekick!
And if LeBron is still playing in the fourth quarter and isn't on the bench sobbing with his head in his hands, the crowd will hit him with its lowest of low blows.
Delonte! Delonte! Delonte!
I would sell my soul to be here on Thursday, because I hate LeBron and I want to let him know it.
But some people feel orchestrating chants to embarrass LeBron is over the top, even in Cleveland. You think encouraging these people to do these chants out of line?
Yes, I do. You know, let's put that behind us and let's move on.
But not Mike Zack from Menor. He's even willing to sing the LeBron song to the tune of "My Country 'Tis of Thee," joined in progress.
Playoffs he hardly tried, embarrass Akron's pride. No doubt he really lied, he has no ring.
That's the LeBron song. Fans are really looking forward to let LeBron know how they feel and get it off their chest. And these chants are one way to keep it clean and have fun, but still get the job done, if you will. We have a link to the LeBron chants on our website. You'll find it at the top of the sports page. Live outside the queue, Paul Joncich, 19 Action News. From the moment LeBron took the floor, the boos came down like rain. His trademark powder toss brought even more boos. And every time he touched the ball, the fans spewed more venom. Less than a minute into the game, fans began chanting. It was a two-syllable word that ends in hole. And later, they're chanting, "Akron hates you." You think he's getting the message?
Most definitely, yes.
Is there anybody in the front row letting LeBron know how they feel?
We're letting him know how we feel, but we're doing it in the right way.
There were plenty of signs and true blue Clevelanders who got the loudest cheer, giving LeBron a taste of what could have been.
"19 Action News following this deadly tragedy.
This one's so sad. 3 young men ready to risk their lives for our country, killed in a horrific car crash while on their way to finalize their military papers. The Marine recruits were headed to Cleveland when they were caught in a 7-vehicle crash in Trumbull County. Here's Lena Lai with the story. The employee at this marathon station called police about 8:15 tonight because a customer was acting very strangely. They say he had grabbed a beer off the shelf, guzzled it, was eating food items, and he had several weapons strapped to his body. Police say he had a large pole strapped to his back, had some sort of billy club. Listen to what police say happened when 2 Garfield Heights officers showed up.
They attempted to take the weapons or have him drop his weapon. He grabbed a billy club type weapon, and the officers commanded him several times to put it to the ground. At one point he did lay it on the ground. The officers walked up to him to secure him. At that point he reached for the billy club and lunged at the officers, and the officers fired several shots at him.
They say at one point the man had set the billy club down and was on his knees. It was when he was getting up from his knees and lunged at the officers, lunged for the club, that's when he was shot. He was hit at least twice, died at the hospital. Now, both officers, both veteran officers, have been placed on routine administrative leave pending an investigation. And in that investigation, one of the questions may be, why not use non-lethal force on a suspect who never showed a gun or never showed a knife? We learned tonight that Garfield Heights police do not carry tasers. Live in Garfield Heights tonight, Paul Joncich, 19 Action News. At 1 minute before 10 tonight, that 13-year-old's great aunt, a woman we had just spoken with, came running out of the hospital. The doors you see behind me, dropped to the ground and screamed, "She's dead, she's dead." Other family members also came out. The women were crying. The men appeared angry. This is about 13-year-old Brianna Hines, who was sitting on the couch in her family's home working on her laptop computer tonight around 6 o'clock when someone fired 4 shots into the home. One of the bullets struck her in the head. Sources tell us it's a result of a dispute between an older relative and someone outside the home. This is Brianna's great aunt 5 minutes before she was told that Brianna was dead.
You need to turn yourself in because she did not deserve that. And please, everybody, keep her in your prayers. She's in surgery right now in critical condition. And I just ask, take her in your heart and keep her in your prayers. And you did this to my great niece. You need to turn yourself in.
Brianna's great aunt at that point told me the bullet had lodged in her brain and the doctors were going to work to get it out. The official word from the hospital as of this moment is that Brianna Hines is in critical condition, but I told you the story of what happened outside the hospital a little over an hour ago. 13-year-old Brianna Hines went by the name Beanie Baby. Live outside Metro Health Medical Center, Paul Joncich, 19 Action News.